It's right after the holidays. You have a bunch of leftover turkey. We did the turkey on the Weber, so it's got a little smoky flavor to it, but you can use this with oven turkey as well. We're going to make a fresh, homemade turkey pot pie here at barbecuemyway.com. We've taken a whole stick of unsalted butter. We've kind of let it get to room temperature, and we've added it to...
Chilled butter.
Actually, it's chilled butter. I apologize. And we've added it to how much flour?
2 cups.
2 cups of flour. All right, mix up that butter into the flour. You can also use one of those pie shells that you get in the cold section by the biscuits. But this recipe for the crust is delicious. And add roughly 3 tablespoons total of ice water. We ended up adding about 4 tablespoons total of iced water, tap water, and we made it together, and now we have this ball of dough. Add roughly 2 stalks of chopped celery and roughly 2 chopped carrots. We're going to keep sauteing that. Brush it up in your hand.
Okay.
Now we're going to add a little herbs to... What's it called?
Herbs de Provence.
Herbs de Provence. I was trying to add French.
Oh.
This is the turkey we've shredded from the smoked Weber. And probably 3 cups of turkey. Maybe 2 and a half.
Add it all?
Yeah. Protein's good. We're mixing it all in. Wish you could smell this.
Mmm.
Then we're going to add about a pinch of salt, roughly a pinch, 2 pinches of salt, kosher, and some freshly ground pepper, about 6 cranks, 8, 10, 12 cranks. Alright, now it's only been about a minute or 2 with the turkey in there. We just want to stir it in. And we're going to pour it into the cast iron skillet. Oh, the smokiness, you can just, oh, I wish you could smell this. Actually, I don't, because that means I'd be feeding you. Alright, we're making a roux now, so we're putting 2 tablespoons, maybe 2.5 tablespoons of unsalted butter.
About 3.
Actually 3, my wife has just told me. Into a hot pan. And now what we're going to do is put the flour into the butter, and this creates a roux, which is what's going to thicken the sauce once it gets into the pot pie. Putting about 3 tablespoons of flour into the milk. Equal parts flour to butter. And you mix it all up and make it very consistent. And we've got that all incorporated, so now we're going to add roughly about a half a cup of chicken stock. Now we're adding about a half a cup of a nice white wine, a Chardonnay, or any white wine will do. And we've added about another 1/4 cup of chicken stock, because it's just kind of a feel thing. Now we add about a cup to a cup and a half of milk. And just incorporate it. And then just kind of cook it down until you have a really smooth consistency. Shouldn't take more than 2 minutes or so. Alright, and then we just salt and pepper. So we have cell phones going off left and right. We just salt and pepper it just a little bit. Just kind of wait for it to bubble, that'll thicken. And then you pour it over this beautiful turkey and vegetable mixture. You want it to be pretty much the consistency of a nice gravy. Now you take this beautiful roux and you pour it just directly over the meat and vegetables. I wish you could smell this. Oh my gosh. Oh. You have to do this dish. If you have leftover chicken or turkey, or if you need to go cook a turkey or chicken, go do it. This stuff is delicious. But remember, you can also use the pie crust that you get at Kroger in the refrigerated section over by the eggs and biscuits. That'll work just fine. But this stuff is pretty much just butter and flour What else, Liz?
A little salt,
A little salt.
a little ice water.
A little ice water. So it's pretty rich and it's really sweet when really sweet and flaky when it bakes. And we just kind of mold it in like a pie. We've preheated the oven to 400 degrees.
Okay.
And with the crust, don't get too fancy. This is a very rustic dish. As you can see, we've trimmed off some of the crust and then we add it back to create a crust. So just don't get too fancy, just kind of cover it all and it's going to be delicious. And now there's our egg wash, and that's what we brush on the top. And that's what's going to give it kind of a nice glazed golden look once we bake it. And then you pierce the top, just a few slits to let the steam rise as it cooks. Probably 5 or 6 of those piercings will do just nicely. Oven. To the oven she goes for how long? About 40 minutes. Alright, it's been about 40 minutes in the cast iron skillet in the oven at 400 degrees. Look how beautiful, golden that crust is. Gorgeous. Alright, my wife was so hungry she didn't let me get the camera over here. But this looks delicious. She pulled out just a little one piece. The crust is nice and flaky. The sauce has gotten nice and perfectly thick, but not too thick. This is gorgeous.